sets, example 20, and this is another survey just like 19. So as we did before, I'm going to go ahead and number the regions for communication purposes. "45 children were asked which book series they like to read," and so that tells us that our survey, when we add all these regions together, we should get that 45. Okay, so they like to read Magic Tree House. I'll go ahead and make this Magic Tree House up here. Geronimo Stilton, put that down here. And Boxcar Children, I'll put that over here. The results are below. 7 did not like anything. Okay, now that is region 8. Okay, so that is only one region. I am ready to go ahead and label that right now. So we have 7 for region 8. 3 liked all 3 stories. Again, that's just one region. And I'm ready to go ahead and label that right now as well. 5 liked Geronimo Stilton and Boxcar Children, so that's regions 3 and 6. And I would like to mention that I already know what region 3 is, so I should be ready to figure out what that is right now. So our cardinality would be 5 minus 3, which will give us 2. So I'm going to write 2 down for region 6. Okay, 6 people said they liked Boxcar Children and Magic Tree House. So that is regions 3 and 4. Okay, and the same thing as what we previously did. We know this cardinality is 6, and we know one of this sections already. So 6 minus 3 gives me 3. So I know that region 4 will be 3. Okay. And then they said 9 like Magic Tree House and Geronimo Stilton. So that is regions 2 and 3. And I think hopefully you should be catching on by now. I know that region 3 is 3, so 9 minus 3 gives me 6. So the cardinality of region 2 is 6. Alright, so they told us that 22 like Geronimo Stilton, so that's regions 2, 3, 5, and 6. Well, if you look at that, I have all but one of those regions. I don't have region 5. I'm ready to find out what region 5 would be, what that cardinality is. So it's 22 minus 6 minus 3 minus 2, and that will give us 11. So the cardinality of region 5 is 11. And then on the next one, they said 12 like Boxcar Children. So that's regions 3, 4, 6, and 7. And as you see, we have all the regions except for the cardinality of all regions except for region 7. So we can do 12 minus 3 minus 3 minus 2, and that will yield 4 for that region 7. So you notice we have everything but region 1, and they didn't tell us how many people like Magic Tree House. But if I have every single cardinality for every other region except for 1, I should still be able to figure out what the cardinality of region 1 would be because I have the total. So we have 45 minus, go ahead and subtract this 7 first, so 7 minus 6, minus 3, minus 3, minus 11, minus 2, minus 4, and I end up with 9. Okay, so this is where your critical thinking needs to jump in. Just don't give up. If it's a problem that's a little different than other ones that you've done, you have the best computer in the world, and that's your brain. So, yeah, go ahead and depend on yourself to think things through. So, how many like Magic Treehouse? We are going to need to add regions 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. So we're going to add the 9 plus the 6 plus the 3 plus the 3, and I should get 21. How many don't like boxcar children? Okay, so that's like a complement of sets, right? So that's going to be regions 1, 2, 5, and the region that some people forget is 8. The people who don't like any of these definitely don't like boxcar children, so don't forget to add region 8 in this. So that would be 9 plus 6 plus 11 plus 7. Okay, so that's going to give us 33. All right, next, how many like Geronimo Stilton but don't like Magic Treehouse? That's like a difference of sets, isn't it? Okay, so we want Geronimo excuse me, Stilton, but they don't like Magic Treehouse. So what would that be? What regions should we be adding together? Looks like regions 5 and 6. So it looks like we will be adding 11 plus 2, and that gives us 13. How many like exactly one of the book series? So regions 1 and 5 and 7 are examples, are regions where they only like one of those books. So we will be adding 9 plus 11 plus 4. How many like Magic Treehouse or Boxcar Children? Okay, so we already figured out, we could use our formula if we wanted to. We already figured out how many people like Magic Treehouse. And we have how many people like Boxcar Children. And minus how many like both. So Magic Treehouse, Boxcar Children, that's 6 of them. So that's going to give us 27. Or you could look that if we're looking at Magic Treehouse or Boxcar Children, we'd be adding regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So in that case, we would be adding numbers 9, 6, 3, 3, 2, and 4. So when we add all those together, we get 27 again. So either way works. All right, when they ask us how many like at most one of the book series, so most is all that they would like. So they can like one book or no books. Okay? So the regions where they like one book would be regions 1, 5, and 7. And the regions where they like no books was region 8. So we'll be adding those regions together. So that would be 9 plus 11 plus 4, like we had before, and then plus 7. So that should give us 31.